We come to you from a facility quarantine center at Tandiyarpet, where families of those who test positive are brought here, kept in isolation so that any possibility of the spread of virus is checked, and if required, these family members are also checked. And this is a new strategy by the Tamil Nadu government in Chennai. And joining us now, Mr. Mahathir Pandirajan, the Tamil Language Development Minister. So thank you very much for your time. The spike continues, worrying numbers, but is there a change in strategy now?
Yeah, there's been a fine-tuning of the strategy. Tamil Nadu, unlike many other states, have never had a zigzag in terms of we do this now, doesn't work out, go to something else. We've always had a certain continuity. We always had a continuity. So our entire strategy has been isolate the positive cases early enough. First, testing, tracing using the contact tracing mechanism, treatment protocols being of a higher order with a bit more of experimentation, like we were the first to do the plasma therapy injection, and we were also first to set up exclusively Siddha-based hospitals. The second one is getting opened here now. So this whole 4T business, that's your trace, treat, and also using technology. We've been using quite a bit of technology. Even right here, if you see the health inspectors, they have a gadget where the app does the reconciliation between the numbers emanating from one place and another place, where people are kept in the different parts of this whole thing. Doing a bit of micro-planning. The micro-planning is helped by technology a huge deal. Micro-planning maps every street and every family. The 92,000 odd family we have in this two constituencies, which is the zone. The famous R.K. Nagar and the Perambur, both are constituted here. So we have mapped each of them along with GPS mapping of the people. Roughly 6 lakhs plus people we have here.
What are the key challenges now, sir?
Yeah, I think the key challenge is integration of the various agencies which are at work. Everyone is on their own strength doing their work in a dedicated manner, but aligning the work of these various departments. Give you a feel, the 1,800 odd people who are the reach out workers. They come from 3 streams. Okay, one come from the NGO stream, one come from the self-help group through the revenue department, and you have the third stream, which is the ICDS workers coming from the social welfare department, aligning their working conditions, aligning their training efforts, and ensuring that they do the same work.
Are there too many cooks, for example, IAS officers, IPS officers, special officer, commissioner, then you have a team of ministers now?
You see, I think appointing ministers to each of the zones, in a way, is to reduce the potential friction between these aspects, like local administration, which is a stronger force in Chennai. You have the corporation commissioner and the entire paraphernalia, which, unlike in a district, is only the district collector. Okay, here there is a district collector, but their focus is really on revenue and maybe social welfare and some other departments. Here, aligning these two strong organizations is what Tamil Nadu has achieved, which most other states have not been able to. Here, without any friction, and police, which is actually under the chief minister. If you really see the departments here, the home ministry, which is under the...
Despite all this, the numbers... we witness a daily spike. So what are the specific challenges?
No, please, I think from media, I want to make this very clear. See, if we get excessively focused on the total number of cases, you will have a problem. Because every state will then start looking at not testing enough, like Delhi did, bringing it down from 10,000 to 5,000 or whatever. Here we have very ruthlessly ensured that the testing numbers remain high. Yesterday it was 18,642 or whatever. And we have created capacity to test in a day more than 25,000. And with every day, now here itself 36 mobile vans are on currently. With every mobile van, the medical staff and the medicines all have been equipped there. The test kits have been added hugely. Tamil Nadu has done the largest number of tests, 2 lakhs among all the states. Even compared to Maharashtra, we are much larger in terms of the testing. So we will not compromise on that, even if it means the number of total cases goes up. Our metrics of measurement, the prime metrics of measurement, is the hospitalized cases.
These pockets are largely cramped. You have narrow lanes.
Sure.
Is that a challenge in terms of people?
As much of a challenge as it was in Delhi or Mumbai or even Calcutta.
Is that a similar? I mean, we have a similar challenge here.
That's the reason these facility quarantine centers are there. So to decongest there and the person tests positive, the entire family gets shifted into a place like this, which very kind-hearted souls in Tamil Nadu, like the school authorities, have given. Tamil Nadu has solid infrastructure in terms of education and health. We are leveraging on that and ensuring that this decongestion happens to locations like this. And I'm
again concerns regarding shortage of beds. You have only around 10,000 government and private hospital beds. Not all can afford private hospitals.
Yeah, sure.
But we have more than 17,000 active cases in Chennai.
Yeah, you're right, and we are taking action on that. See, there are 4 key government hospitals, 5 large government hospitals, which collectively between them have over 6,000 beds. Okay, now all of them are getting converted into COVID beds as such. Tamil Nadu's private sector healthcare is also very strong, but we have not, like a communist regime, gone and said we take possession of everything. We have negotiated with them. We have made them see reason. Now the number of beds committed to COVID given on a concessional basis has increased now. So today Chennai has enough and more beds than what is needed and demanded from the community.
Again, they charge more, and they have more beds but no doctors or nurses to cater.
The number of doctors and nurses have risen. Even yesterday, CM has signed a thing for 2,800 more doctors and nurses to be inducted. You would see right here the number of doctors being doubled compared to yesterday. And I think we are acutely conscious of this. The portal has been launched, Stop Corona TN. That's a portal where anybody can go touch a button and figure out where hospital bed with ventilator, hospital bed with oxygen support, hospital bed without that support is available.
It's also true when people call those numbers, they say we don't have beds, we have beds but no doctors. So it doesn't really reflect to accommodating more patients on the ground.
Listen, I think I'd like to respond to a specific thing. For instance, now all the people here have my visiting cards, my phone number. There are people who call me even at night 1:30, 2 o'clock, and the same with the IAS and the IPS officers who manage here. We want to manage it with a human face, okay? And government machinery, with all its attendant uncertainties and rigidities, still get managed by people with heart. And I think Tamil Nadu will be very unique on that. This is Amma's land, and that depth of compassion is permeating into every one of the persons who are there on the ground. And you can rest assured, what you hear about other states will not happen here. We will get over there.
2 more questions, sir. One is, we visited the fever camp. What is the idea behind that? How does it help?
Yeah, the fever camp is basically a place, it's a level 2 surveillance location. Level 1 surveillance is by these 1,800 people going from door to door, checking for the symptoms, but it is more of asking and looking and finding. Okay. From there, they drive the traffic to the fever clinics, 36 of them.
These are communities who would not have earlier been willing to get tested, or?
Earlier who have not been tested, and there are symptoms. So the people with symptoms are coming here. The doctors are there, nurses are there, health workers are there. They do the testing with a rigorous manner, with thermal scanners and pulse oximeters and other gadgets. And there is a trained doctor who looks at them. Roughly 10 to 12% of these cases go to the next level of testing. Okay, with the mobile testing vans, the testing happens right then and there, and within about 6-7 hours, we are able to give the result. And even during that period, they get shifted into places like this. Okay, so that there is no traceability issue. Okay, so this is a foolproof system which we have set in place, where the number of tests have really shot up in the last 4-5 days, and you will see a lot more in my view. But we would have located them early. So moment we are able to locate somebody early and put them into the treatment process, recovery is 100%. We want to ensure that everybody who has a symptom gets tested, and whoever gets tested positive goes into the right care for them, whether it's self-quarantine, family quarantine, facility quarantine, or COVID care center or COVID health center, or a larger hospital with ventilator.
In terms of Siddha treatment, what is being done, sir?
It's been very positive. As you know, Tamil Nadu was a forerunner. Siddha is a Tamil medicine, as distinct from Ayurveda. We've got a blended protocol with which we first started one Siddha center in Anna Nagar, Dr. Veerababu, extremely successful. Now 100% recovery has been recorded there. So they also able to blend yoga, Siddha and Ayurveda. So a second center is getting set up in Vyasapadi in our zone, which is getting opened the day after, and their capacity of another 220 has been created. I believe this will be a trump card for us.
But are we also treading into unscientific territories?
We believe Siddha is as scientific as allopathy, and it's been an article of faith for many people here in Tamil Nadu. This has been the wisdom of many centuries of Siddhas who are your and mine ancestors really, and they may not have the empirical verification process of an allopathy, but they have enough of history of testing on different kinds of patients. We are documenting many of them, and
we're not endangering lives of patients.
Absolutely, the people who have, or the 35 first batch have all been cured and come out, and there's nothing which is endangering here, and they're very open to blending with allopathy,
right.
And I don't think there's been.
And we are sending, the government is sending only the asymptomatic or mild cases?
Currently, the mild cases have gone there, and because in Siddha, they don't have that last mile thing of ventilator, oxygen support. There, the allopathy takes over, and that's only less than 3% of the cases. Don't worry, don't forget that. So, in my view, this has worked well, especially blending yoga with Siddha and Ayurveda, and making a good thing. I mean, even the Prime Minister has recommended this as a mark of raising the immunity power among the people, and they are contributing to it. Kabasura Kudinir, which is a concoction of Siddha medication, is being given door to door to all the affected areas, and people have liked it. There is a belief in that. It's a Tamil medicine faith.
Thank you so much for your time. You have a cabinet meeting today. Thank you very much. In Chennai with Suresh, Sam Daniel, Find It TV.